certainly. You were the one guy I thought about actually. It was traditional Irish music. There's an 80-year-old fiddle player, mate. And I've recorded two tunes, and honestly, mate, if you need a tear in your eyes, time to chuck it. I've recorded them and I've sent them on to wee Chris for the Lost Boys for History podcast, but I'll email you them and I will with a list. And the only problem was I was sitting with Edo, Paddy Brennan and St. Sixtus, so the acoustics aren't the best, you know, you've got them clapping about and all that, but great night, mate, you know. Aye, magnificent, you know, it was a great day all in, sort of thing, you know, where everybody got up and putting that stuff in for the food bank for the Maryhill Massive, and then it was down to the Admiral, but it wasn't the best turnout, to be fair, but honestly, see if you'll hear this music, right, and it was traditional music, you know. Unbelievable, man.
So what do you mean, it was the best turnout, the Admiral? Was it no full, no?
No, see, to be honest, mate, it was just the timing, because everybody's been geared towards the food bank thing today, you know, and obviously Davey and the gang are going away to January or February, I think, but there's going to be more events on. I don't be quiz nights, he's not that, but if you must see, honestly, and these guys, they all turned up tonight and never took a penny, you know. They raised over £500 towards their funds to get them out to Africa to build a school in Kenya. And the two tunes were The Lonesome Boatman and Danny Boy. And honestly, this 8-year-old guy was like Hendrix with a fiddle.
Oof.
So I've emailed the stuff. Hopefully it's going to be used. I don't want to just, I don't even know how to SoundCloud or whatever, but I don't want to put it out there, because when you hear this music, hopefully it will get used at the end of one of the respective podcasts, and it's very poignant music, you know. It was a lovely wee night, actually, to be honest, you know. It was a couple of lasses that were there that are going over to Kenya with Davey and the gang, but it was a good wee turnout. A few scams turned up, a few old faces, but I finally met the fantastic Edo.
So did I.
Tommy, brilliant, mate. He came over, me and Brennan, me and Paddy sitting in wee Polly, and this guy comes over with the hairdale, bunch of pure grey hair, with a 70s clubber on, and he goes, all right. I went, oh no, who's this? Is this Huggy Bear Focus or something? I thought we were getting Huckle Chief.
Huggy Bear? I thought I took a step back to the 70s.
He's living off of the river, isn't he? Come on. Top lad, mate. Really nice lad. You know what I mean? We're sitting talking. He's like absolutely top guy, mate. So, no, it was really, really good, you know.
I gave him a lift up the road for after seeing yous. He was like, he seen all yous. And then I had other stuff today, and I had to boat. I took him up to his, but I was waiting for a call back for one of yous. But I'm glad he's never, because fucking family shit. So I got up the road. I was half expecting a call, because I was going to come down. Then family stuff today. It was getting a bit late, but I saw the bulging as well. So
no, it was good, mate. No, as I say, we got up there at 12 o'clock. We were up at Maryhill, and we seen fans getting up with a bag of messages, and I was trying, don't get me wrong, I didn't want to an arse myself, because I'm sure there's a lot of great folks tweeting a lot of stuff about the day, you know, the accounts have done it, but it was just, that's what we're all about today, you know what I mean? Just fans getting up there and putting stuff in, nothing say, there you go, get that in the bag and get some folk fed, you know. And I think it's pivotal to the fact that I know a lot of folk, and quite rightly so, I think, oh, well, you know, this Maryhill, there's more food banks in Maryhill, and I know there's a collection on Saturday in East Endland. But for me, hopefully, it's setting a mindset and getting fans back to thinking, getting back to basics now, saying, you know, we should be doing this every week. If you can afford it, you know, a wee tin of soup or something, you know. But I went to Big Chaz, had asked us to pick up some stuff. He sent us some money or not, and I was out down in Vicky Road at 10 this morning, and I got in there.
Bless him.
Got a bag of glucose and stuff, you know, so it was good, pal, you know. It was somebody was putting some stuff in, but, you know, everything counted, mate. Every wee tin or packet counted, so we did that, and then came out the game. Obviously, there was a wee bit of pyro and stuff, magnificent. But the old official was getting killed really bad in my stand.
Although what happened there again? It was cutting up.
The Partick Thistle, or whatever they called themselves, they were all sort of surrounded in this stand.
Did they?
Celtic scored. Aye, I'll send you the picture, mate. You can retweet it. Aye. So, aye, there was quite a lot more police there today than I thought there'd have been.
Aye.
For the game it was. Aye, but it was good to get back to the old Mary Hill. I've been up there in years. I've been to for Hill, obviously for games, but to actually walk in the Tarver for Hill, up the Tarver by the canal was good. But no, obviously Frank McAvaney was there the day, and that was good, mate. You know, everybody sort of pulled in, but I sort of came out and down to the Admiral and one of the boys afterwards and had a couple of drinks, and then went down the stern and the turn came on, mate. Oh, just brilliant. You know, there was a couple of boys set up and played it, but absolutely brilliant, mate. You know, the Mourne Mountain Ramblers, they were just brilliant, absolutely brilliant, mate. You know, and they consisted of Joe Sullivan, one of the boys for the Battersea Boys, which is the band from Barra. You know, they do the Gaelic music, but just still getting around. There's a few wee party tunes, nothing too bad in Celtic songs. But when
what was the band called again? Sorry, did you say?
The Mourne Mountain Ramblers.
The Mourne Mountain Ramblers.
Oh, but see when they done the old Danny Boy, mate. Oh, I was sitting there, gave me a bigger tear man than a bit of pyro, chief. You know. Then, but text your email address. I mean, do you know what? Actually, fuck it. It's text me your email address when I hang up, and I'll send you, and you may be able to put a wee bit on, pal.
Here I've just put into the thing with Mourne Mountain Ramblers. They've got one there for Jinky, Jackie, Ramblers, Henrik.
Just really, really good. As I say, obviously, with all these great things, it's good to see the select stuff, the charity stuff. You know, I mean, we're focused on helping folk, and there's other teams in Glasgow, like, you know, paying lip service and basically rolling out the red carpet to spivs and crooks and anybody that's willing to take on that brand, mate. You know, but you know, in the fair play, the Thistle fans all turned up. I know. I think in total they get 3 minibuses full, no 3 minibuses, but 3 vans full of food. You know.
Did they? Aye.
Aye. So, and there was more stuff. So that the company Pixels that supplied the van full. That's basically, and that's before Celtic gave them the donation of £5,000. So that's that food bank for the North of Glasgow set up until March next year, which is fantastic to me, you know, because the Celtic Research Boys had put a tweet out, I think I'd said in the show, saying the fact that somebody'd actually walked to the East End, Shettleston, up to the respective north of the city to get food for him and his 2 mains, you know. And there's all that timeline saying, oh, food banks and all that, they're terrible things. They're terrible things, mate, but, you know, folk have got to eat.
It's a bad trip the way this country's been allowed to disintegrate too, you know what I mean? And it's good that people are rallying together. It's good that, and this shouldn't be seen, I know it's an overused cliche, but it shouldn't be seen, it's just the beginning of helping people out, I reckon, for this, because these bastard Tories, that the attacks that they're doing in the ordinary day, but the man is just fucking frightening. So I can see this continue for a long time. So, like you said, Parrot, that this should be, you know, we should make an occurrence of this. I mean, at Celtic Park, there should be something there now where we can take stuff along, like, and it doesn't have to be much. You just imagine it, 40,000 turn up with a tin of soup, a tin of beans. You've got the whole place stocked. And I mean, okay, more people can bring more, or people can bring less, but if you just go on that average 1 tin of thing, with that's a hefty amount you could get just by doing every game, you know. So we should start thinking about doing that for ourselves at Celtic Park, and doing a Celtic Park food bank, you know.
Listen, mate, totally, you know, I mean, as you can say, there's the communications infrastructures, but as you say, if you had a food bank collection point for every home game, it would mean they could either divvy up the food to make sure that there's going to be say there's 10 food banks, and Glasgow, right? If there's more, I apologise. If there's less, I'm sorry. But say there's 10 just to make it easy, and either 10 of them, because it's obviously going to be long-term sustainable food that's canned and last. So you can either have a constant trickle, maybe say every 2 weeks, that you'll get a supply in, mate. And it's good, but for me, it's going to give people the conscience, say, we're looking at the London Road school, etc., coming down in the next 2 weeks. When this pathway is getting put in, you live with these people and they walk up it. To me, it sounds like it's a bit Albert Spear, Nazi architecture style for me. I'm a wee bit uncomfortable with it.
See again, what are they turning it into? Sorry, what are they doing there?
Well, the plans had come out that there's going to be the new museum, the new ticket office, and like entertainment area sort of function suite thing going to be built where the school is, and then there's going to be a landscaped area and a path coming up, and whenever that's complete, I'm not sure, then there's going to be like statues or monuments or all the great older players going up. But I mean, you could sit here for 2 minutes. I mean, I was lucky. I recorded Dedos. I've no got through early the scamp. I recorded Dedos, like Celtic stuff today for this new podcast. I got a couple of the Bucket Hat Brigade boys as well, and it was good. But you think the majority of Celtic players that have wore the strip, they're all heroes in their own way, sort of the way some of them sacrifice stuff and all that. So I don't know, mate. It's for me. Hopefully, it's going to be an awakening what the good brother Wilfred actually started up. We're looking at, you've got this Saturday at 11:30 at St Mary's in Dilbeth. Beg your pardon, St Peter's in Dilbeth on the London Road. You've got the Bishop coming and the cross which is coming from Ireland. They'll be consecrating the parishioners of St Mary's who are in an unmarked grave in that graveyard, and for me, and I know a lot of people might think it's a bit macabre when the Celtic graves are there, but I swear to God, you will never go to anything with the name Celtic involved in it.
Stay there on the phone back, hold on. When you're listening to quality information like this, you need a good line. Sorry, on you go. What were you just saying there?
No, and obviously, some people might see it as a bit macabre, Celtic graves, what's that all about, but, just the last one with Jim Craig speaking off the top of his head about Wally Neely, God rest his soul, for 20 minutes, it's fantastic.
No, well, put it this way, Pat, I don't know how anybody can say it's macabre, but by honouring people who... look what's coming up. You're forced to watch on the TV everybody with this poppy, so people are remembering what they want to remember. So if Celtic fans want to set up something that goes about and helps restore graves, has people saying a wee prayer and people standing there, there's a saying, I don't know if more than 2 people stand at your grave when you die, then you've been a success. So you think about it, people who stand at people's grave who they never knew, they never met, they never saw play, but they just know that, well, they must have been a good person to put that jersey on and donate their time and service at a time when they weren't paid a lot of money, so it's anybody who goes along to that deserves a big shout out. Anybody who goes along to it. Whereabouts is it? Can you tell us where, Pat, again? Whereabouts is it, sorry, this weekend?
It's St Peter's in Dilbeth in the London Road.
And whereabouts is that if you go along to it? Is that just past the supporters?
See, if you walk by Celtic Park and just where the CSA is, and it's maybe about 50 yards away from the CSA.
Will you be going?
So always going, I'll be there, mate. Me and Arthur Russell, me and old Arthur and Mr. Kearney, we never miss them. Obviously Steve's been involved with the Grave Society a long time. All I would say to folk is, this isn't about players, this one. It's not about any player. It's not about a manager. It's about the parishioners of St Mary's, who there's a very good chance these people helped the original Celtic Park and helped Brother Wilfred get things going. And there's a very good chance that this small despot DNA that arrived in this country, whether it be Jewish, Irish, Lithuanian, wherever they came from.